We're here again on the Lewis Report on TV Network, the African voice in America. So Americans are voting, and we are taking on that issue. Mitt Romney, Donald Trump. Woohoo! What's going on there? These two guys who almost catched in 2012 when Mitt Romney was running for president are now at each other's throats. I think it's a scheme. I think Donald Trump, as usual, is duping the people. I believe these two are in on it. When we come back, so, Mitt Romney went on Fox News and requested that Donald Trump show the people his back taxes. He wants Donald Trump to open the books and let's see his taxes. He says there could be a bombshell in those taxes. There could be a bombshell in those taxes. In Mitt Romney's words, or shall I say to paraphrase what he said in total, he said it could be that Donald Trump is not as rich as he claims to be.
I mean, I think, frankly, I think we have good reason to believe that there's a bombshell in Donald Trump's taxes.
What do you mean?
Well, I think there's something that he's not anywhere near as wealthy as he says he is, or he hasn't been paying the kind of taxes we would expect him to pay, or perhaps he hasn't been giving money to the vets or to the disabled like he's been telling us he's been doing. And I think that's the reason that I think that there's a bombshell in there is because every time he's asked about his taxes, he dodges and delays and says, well, we're working on it. Hey, we're not talking about the taxes that are coming due this year. Of course they're working on those. They won't be ready for months. We're talking about taxes already filed, back taxes. And my back taxes, when I ran in 2012, my back taxes I put out in January of 2012.
Right, so there could be a bombshell. And it's possible that he hasn't given to vets, as you heard. Like he claims he has done. That's what Mitt Romney is saying. Now, see what Donald Trump tweeted. Mitt Romney, who was one of the dumbest and worst candidates in the history of the Republican politics, is now pushing me on tax returns. Dope! Dope! What? Dope! Okay, this is a guy who supported Mitt Romney in 2012, who came out in favor of Mitt Romney and said nice things about the guy. So I cannot believe that Mitt Romney will go against Donald Trump that badly. Take a listen to what happened in 2012.
It's my honor, real honor, and privilege to endorse Mitt Romney. I've gotten... Mitt is tough, he's smart, he's sharp. He's not going to allow bad things to continue to happen to this country that we all love. So, Governor Romney, go out and get him. You can do it.
So, Mitt Romney also came back after Donald Trump called him the dumbest politician ever in the Republican Party. He came back. And what did he say? This is what he tweeted back, using the same medium that Donald Trump used. He said, Mitt thinks the Donald DUF protest too much. Show voters your back taxes. Real Donald Trump. Hashtag, what is he hiding? That is what Mitt Romney tweeted back. Well, as the tweets went on, Donald Trump said he's going to do what Mitt Romney was unable to do. he is actually going to win. And with what's going on around, who knows what could happen? He says whatever he wants. He gets in a fight with the Pope, calls all Mexicans rapists, and he gets away with it. Is that just because it's the primaries and his supporters want to hear that? Or can he do the same in the upcoming elections?
And let me put it very plainly. If we Republicans choose Donald Trump as our nominee, the prospects for a safe and prosperous future are greatly diminished. Let me explain why I say that. First, on the economy. If Donald Trump's plans were ever implemented, the country would sink into prolonged recession. A few examples. His proposed 35% tariff-like penalties would instigate a trade war, and that would raise prices for consumers, kill our export jobs, and lead entrepreneurs and businesses of all stripes to flee America. His tax plan, in combination with his refusal to reform entitlements and to honestly address spending, would balloon the deficit and the national debt. So even though Donald Trump has offered very few specific economic plans, what little he has said is enough to know that he would be very bad for American workers.
The dramatic
American
quarrel
families.
between these two did
Bullying,
not end on February 25th
greed,
or a day after.
the showing off,
Mitt Romney now appears to be leading the
misogyny,
charge against Donald Trump
absurd
and appears
third-grade
determined to stop the Donald from becoming the Republican nominee. This is from a speech he gave at the Hinckley Institute at the University of Utah.
His bankruptcies have crushed small businesses and the men and women who work for them. He inherited his business. He didn't create it. And whatever happened to Trump Airlines? How about Trump University? And then there's Trump Magazine, and Trump Vodka, and Trump Steaks, and Trump Mortgage. A business genius he is not. Let me say that again. There's plenty of evidence that Mr. Trump is a con man, a fake. Mr. Trump has changed his positions, not just over the years, but over the course of the campaign. Our anger was transformed into energy directed for good. Mr. Trump is directing our anger for less than noble purposes. He creates scapegoats and Muslims and Mexican immigrants. He calls for the use of torture. He calls for killing the innocent children and family members of terrorists. He cheers assaults on protesters. He applauds the prospect of twisting the Constitution to limit First Amendment freedom of the press. This is the very brand of anger that has led other nations into the abyss. Donald Trump is a phony, a fraud. His promises are as worthless as a degree from Trump University.
Anyway, so when I heard Mitt was going to run, a little before this period of time, I was very tough. I said, he can't run, he can't run. He was going to run, he can't run. Then I started saying, look, we got to keep him out because he's going to lose. He's a choke artist. He's an absolute, and I started hitting him so hard. In fact, people say, why'd you hit him so hard? Because we cannot take another loss.
America is voted, and we are on top of it. See you next time.